My name is Blake Hauser. I was assigned to Group A of our second project. We were supposed to apply several tests to prove if our value was convergent or divergent. I first started with a ratio test. Pretty much how the ratio test is if our value reaches, for instance, if it's greater than 1, then it's going to diverge. And if it's less than 1, then it will converge. And so having our formula for the ratio test, you'll see what I did here. I simplified. I applied the exponent rule. You'll see here. I then took my limit, and I broke it into two parts. I just did the top half and the bottom half, and I applied the limit to both. The limit of the top half ends up being 0, and then obviously with the value of n being infinity, then 0 over infinity just equals 0. So that does converge. And technically speaking, this isn't exactly 0. I'd have to look at it again with a calculator. It won't quite reach 0, but that doesn't really matter because it's still going towards that number and it's less than 1. So that's really the most important part. So I proved that it converges with this. And then I tried a Taylor series. And I integrated the constant, applied my limit, and when I went to substitute, and then when I went to apply my limit at affinity, I had to find that it equals infinity, which would mean that it diverges. And so this is something I'd really appreciate if you guys could look at and really maybe help explain to me more, because it shouldn't diverge. I absolutely know it shouldn't diverge. It should absolutely converge, because I did prove that with the ratio test. And so now I'm looking at this thinking maybe I perhaps did it wrong, or that maybe I just proved that the Taylor series can't apply to this and it does actually fail. But I did do the integral test, and I was able to prove that it converges with integral test. And you'll see what I did. I took the derivative, applied my limits, and then it turns out to be 1 over 2e, which ends up being convergent. So yeah, that's my project. Thanks, guys. I'd appreciate your comments if you could help me out.